This subwoofer is usually $600 and these days it's on sale for $180. So I thought, why not bring this subwoofer to you, because there's a very good chance if you're looking for a budget subwoofer, you might have run into the JBL 550P, which is by Harman. I've spent a lot of hours testing this subwoofer, so you don't have to go through all that. First off, this subwoofer, it boasts 300 watts RMS power. So that is just enough power to power a good quality home theater. 300 watts may not be so powerful to shake your entire house, but some of us don't need to shake our windows. There's plenty of power in this subwoofer. I've used it for a lot of movies. The driver is 10 inches. I would have preferred it to be 12 inches, but again, this is massive. It is almost 50 pounds and 10 inches kind of makes the size manageable. The enclosure is sealed, and when it comes to subwoofers, the sealed enclosures are typically good for music, and for movies you usually prefer ported because it gives that extra bass and it can go even lower. But again, the sealed versus ported is a different conversation, and that is if you want to get really picky. That brings us to the point of the frequency range of this subwoofer. The lowest it can go according to the manufacturer's website is 27 Hz. That might not be a whole lot, because some subwoofers, which are way more expensive in the $1,000, $1,300, $1,500 range, they can go as low as 15 Hz. That is what gives you that extra punch, but that might not be needed in all cases. This is enough to power a home theater and watch movies in good quality bass, and it does play low. Subwoofers are meant to play low frequencies, right? So your other speakers play the dialogues and everything else. What happens is, if you have a receiver that has sub out, which most receivers do, the receiver collects the low frequencies from all the channels and combines them and puts it onto the subwoofer's channel that can then be hooked up to your subwoofer. So then all the speakers, they transfer the job of playing the low frequencies to the subwoofer. So that's how subwoofers work. And so if there are lower frequencies than 27 Hz, it is a plus to have a subwoofer that can play even lower. Some high-end subwoofers, they can go as low as 17 Hz, and if they are ported and if they are bigger and massive in size, then it can even go to 15 Hz. But for most home theater enthusiasts, is that necessary? Probably not. That is a decision that you have to make with the kind of taste that you have. If you want to rattle your windows, then go ahead and spend more money. It might work out well, because of course bigger is always gonna be best in terms of playing those low frequency sounds. So if you have the budget, yes, why not? But for entry level or low budget home theater enthusiasts, this is more than plenty, I would say, especially if you're starting off. So I would say this subwoofer is a good starting point in the sub 200 range, below $200, to enjoy music as well as movies. Let's go over a few things on the back panel, because most subwoofers have these switches and controls. I'll quickly explain what they are, so at least you get a general understanding of them when choosing a subwoofer. The first control here at the top is the phase. This subwoofer only allows two options for the phase, which is 0 and 180. If your subwoofer is facing you, just like your front speakers and center speakers, if it is in the front of your home theater, then it just needs to be 0. If you place your subwoofer behind you or across the room and is not in the same direction as the other speakers, the front and the center, then you might want to play around with the 180-degree phase. Now that is where there's a difference between the cheap subwoofers and some high-end subwoofers. High-end subwoofers, they might let you control the phase from 0 all the way to 180. So depending on where you place your subwoofer, you can turn the knob to control the phase from 0, 10, 20, 90, whatever you need, instead of just flipping the switch between 0 and 180. The second control on the back panel is LFE versus normal. It's just a toggle switch. LFE is low frequency effects. With that switch, you can either use or bypass the subwoofer's internal crossover circuits. It has a forward-facing 10-inch transducer mounted inside a rigid polyplast cast aluminum cone frame. The driver size is 10 inches, so the cabinet is not huge. The width is around 15 inches. The height with the feet is around 17.5 inches. And the depth is exactly 15 inches. So those are the dimensions. It is not a huge box because it is sealed. If this was ported, they would have had to make the enclosure slightly bigger. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so I'm not going to play music, but I can tell you out of 10, this is gonna get 6 for the base. In terms of build quality, I would give it like 8 because it is solidly built. Although some very sharp corners, it is a very good quality speaker. I mean subwoofer. Let's put the grill back on and you can decide for yourself how good this looks. I found this price on my website delete.com. Somebody posted a deal on this subwoofer. This one at $180, can you do better? I don't think so, but if you know of any other brand new subwoofer that has this kind of power and this kind of quality at $180, please let me know in the comment section so others who watch this video can also benefit from it. But I have rarely come across a brand new subwoofer that is 180, almost 50 pounds and packs this kind of a punch. Now for my next video, depending on when I receive the subwoofer I've requested, I'm planning to do unboxing of some higher end subwoofers. The first one coming up most likely would be the SVS PB2000 Pro. I'm sorry, the PC2000 Pro. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if this video was useful, please give me a thumbs up. I'm gonna take this outside. It's very hard to carry it outside, but I'm gonna do that and take some close-up shots, which I'll be using throughout this video as B-rolls. So it's time to carry this thing out. You have a good day. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.